How we doing? Good people. Hope everyone had a great weekend. But until then, welcome to Montez at Midday. I'm your host, Montez. You can follow us on our website, dremontez.com. We got a little bit of a late start today. I do apologize, and we'll get into that here shortly. I'd like to thank our title sponsor, The Weed Squad, St. Louis. They're located at 8088 Watson Road. All right. Got that in there, but a little mishap that's going on. But we'll try to figure it out to the best of our abilities as we're trying to right now. But basically, I'm trying to operate another program on top of this program to give it that OBS style look, but unfortunately I can't do it, but I'm recording it in OBS format so you get a chance to see the show with the ticker on the bottom and the watermark of Dre Montez. So you get all that. I promise you I will post that as soon as we get done here. But how's everyone doing? What up, good people? It is Monday. One of my favorite days of the week is Monday. I really do, because you get to find out what people did over the weekend, what you saw, what you missed, what you went to, what you possibly have been up to your damn self. So right there. So there it is right there. But you know what we got to do? Start things off right. High fives. Chest bump. Hug it out. Get that hug in there. Hug it on out. Yeah, you got to do that. Got to do that. Don't remember now, you got this. All under control. You got this all under control. No problem at all there. But a lot of great things took place over the weekend on television. Basically out with the people, of the people, by the people, whatever you want to do. And also some interesting things went on in the world of sports, as you can tell. But if you would like to follow us on any of the social media platforms, we have a page on Facebook, Who's to Blame, Instagram, Who's to Blame the Podcast, Twitter at W2B Dre Montez. And we also have a YouTube channel that we post Montez at Midday on. Our YouTube channel is Dre Montez. We're trying to boost the YouTube platform a little bit more, utilize a little bit more, but basically we're just using that to put out the show Montez at Midday. Winding down in softball season, I can tell. Shout out to my man Trey. I appreciate what you said, man. Heck of a career you having, young man. I hope everything works out the way you want it to. My man Trey with the ultra 40s and 50 degrees. My man right there. But we're going to hop on into it. The Olympics. Say what you will, say what you want to say. But 113 medals. That's pretty damn good for the United States. I mean, they went after it. Now, going into the Olympics, we didn't know what to expect due to COVID. We really didn't know how this was going to go for the athletes, for the United States, for the Olympics overall. We didn't know what this was going to look like. And first starting out with the Simone Biles situation, that kind of went to shit in the handbasket real quick. Thank you, social media people. And then with the USA basketball team, we didn't know what was going to happen. The USA women's soccer team, what's going on? The USA men's baseball team, help a brother out. But something happened on the way to, I guess, the medals. The USA put their shit together and got it going. The USA men's basketball team did well. Wrestling, the track team, I believe skateboarding did pretty damn good too. But all the Olympic hopefuls and athletes, job well done. But I got to give a shout out to my dude in my sport, Coach Karch Karai, the USA women's volleyball team. I used to consider myself, when I was in the Navy and played beach volleyball all the time in Hawaii, that I was a darker version of Karch Karai. Karch Karai was my dude. My dude. And for them to get the gold medal, I tell you what, Karch, you're all right in my book. And I actually have a book. I'm going to write your name down, Karch Karai, okay, in my book. So now you're in my book is okay. There you go, my man. But great job by all of the Olympic athletes, all of them. I mean, you have to be pretty good. You have to qualify. You have to do something to get to the Olympics. Whether you medaled or not, congratulations to you, and you made it. No matter what anybody else says, you made it to the Olympics, and a job well done. As I had mentioned about that documentary about medaling for the gold, it was a documentary on HBO about the whole process of going to the Olympics. Whether you agree or disagree, these are actual stories from people that went through the Olympics. Success, failure, tragedy, it doesn't matter when it comes to training for the Olympics. And they had an interesting look on it. And I think the 3 days before the Olympics, last Sunday, CBS Sunday Morning had posted an interesting fact about the medals in the Olympics when it comes to the gold, the silver, and the bronze. A majority, more than majority, the bronze winners are more happier than silver and gold. I found that to be very, very interesting right there. But hey, I enjoyed the Olympics. I didn't get all giddy with it. The opening ceremonies or the closing ceremonies, I watched it for what it was worth. I kept, an eye on all of the competitions, especially the volleyball. I was hoping to get a little bit more love out of the baseball team, but it is what it is. What's up, my dude? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? The NFL Hall of Fame. As a football fan, when a player from your team makes it to the Hall of Fame and you followed this guy his whole career, that has to be a special moment. And now you get to actually hear back words from them. Edgerrin James, powerful. Calvin Johnson, oh man, come on. Come on now. Mr. Charles Woodson, great words. But I still think two things that people forgot. I know we had Megatron at 6'5", but I never forget about that 6'8" dude that came out of Southern by the name of Harold Carmichael. Look at now. This dude was way before Megatron. He was the biggest to ever do it. I'm glad he finally got in the Hall of Fame, as well as my man Drew Pearson. But I think we got a great glimpse and look at the next NFL commissioner, that being Mr. Peyton Manning. Wow. This is the first time in a long time I didn't cry when a Bronco went in the Hall of Fame. I didn't cry. I held it emotionally together. I did for the most part. It wasn't tears like when Elway went in. Oh, God, that was like watching Steel Magnolias over and over and over and over again, or Ricky getting shot in Boys in the Hood. I had that type of an emotional breakdown. But this time I enjoyed the moment for what it was and really paid attention to what the guys were saying. And a lot of these guys were saying the same thing that I never heard no one emphasize this so much in thanking the trainers and the medical staff for keeping them in the game for as long as they did. Now, that's wonderful. That's out of sight right there. That's really making those guys, men and women, really appreciate what they do because they go unnoticed. No one sees them. We don't know who that is holding their arm, leaning down in their ears, the player yelling in their ear, get me off this motherfucking field, I'm in pain. We don't know these people. We're just rolling with the punches here. They look okay. They look fine. But the people behind the scenes, the medical staff, job well done, according to the Hall of Fame inductees on Saturday and Sunday. Men and women, we're getting close to that time of year again. It's called football season, whether it's pro, whether it's college, whether it's high school, whatever it may be. It's that time again. So now I think it's time for you guys to call your cleaning companies. Get the house ready. Did you upgrade your TVs, your furniture? Did you move that box out the way after the Super Bowl last year? Get that shit out the way. Clean off the pool table. You're getting ready for football season. Preseason starts on the 12th, and we're going into the 29th. We've got 23 games to get through as a group, as a company, and as a whole. So we need to make sure that these man caves and she sheds are all cleaned up. So there you have it right there, .org.com. I'm excited, getting excited as we get closer and closer to the start of football season. College and pro alike. Rest in peace, Bobby Bowden. A lot of people deal with it in different ways. Having a pet. You have this unusual bond with this pet. You do things together. You end up buying stuff for your pet. Some people even dress like their pet, even look like their pet. You have unusual conversations with your pet. That greeting is more different than anything in life. No one greets you like a pet does. I've never had a cat, never had a hamster, any of that stuff. I've had dogs. And after 17 years, a year ago yesterday, had to lay my miniature pinscher to rest, Espen, ESPN, the mighty Min Pin. If you've seen me, if you know me, you've seen this dog. She was laid to rest, Harbor Lake, up by up in Illinois, and went to go see her yesterday for the first time, and it was I had it better than what I thought. But the unusual thing is about this whole story yesterday to me. At the lake, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, these dogs came out of nowhere, not barking at me, give me the puppy eye look. Little bitty dogs, too, of that matter. There was a couple of teacups there. It was a little Shih Tzu. It was a Min Pin there. It was a Dachshund there. It was all kind of dogs there at the lake. And a couple of them sat on my lap and just gave me that look like they knew. I know I may sound crazy, but they gave me that look like Espen's okay. She's in a better place. If you've ever lost a pet, prayers and strength to you. I don't know if I can go down that aisle of lane again of being a dog owner. Oh, no. That may take some time. If it took me 5 years to go around a softball field, can you imagine how long it's going to take me to become another dog owner? This is Montez at midday. I just wanted to share with you about the loss of my love, my Min Pin, Espen. We're going to take a short break and come right back here with you. Got something for you.
Mountain Man Screw.
Take a short break right now.
As smooth as a river flows.
I'm going to update the show. As soon as I get them recorded and this way to let you guys know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm going to try to get this
MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on.
All righty, kids. Get your Mountain Man Scrub today. Go to mountainmanscrub.com and use the promo Montez for instant savings today. If you're just tuning in, thank you. Hope you enjoyed your Monday at work. A little late start today, having some problems with the program that I used to put this up, so my apologies. But you can check it out still. You can follow us entirety, whole nine at that level. We talked about the Olympics, the Hall of Fame, is what I just mentioned, being up at the lake yesterday and going to see my dog, Espen, may she rest in peace. 1 year ago, yesterday. Damn it, I miss that dog. I really, really do. Well, you know what's got my heart pounding now? The excitement of Major League Baseball postseason race. Now is when we get to see who got the nitty-gritty. Now, here it comes. I don't think the Cardinals are in this conversation right now unless we get some freak accident of nature. Uh-oh. Oh, microphone. Boy. That was funny. But I don't think the Cardinals have a shot to be in anybody's conversation right now when it comes to that. Unless we get an unusual amount of losses. We need some help. We can't do this alone. But other than that, I like the effort that the Cardinals are pretending to put on. I like it. I get it. It's a long season. It's the dog days of summer. You got decisions that need to be made. I get it. Money isn't everything. You find talent in different ways. You got to find that obscure athlete. I get it, Cardinals. But for the teams that are making some noise right now, the Boston Red Sox 10-game road trip. Wow, you're talking about what happened when you went out of town. Something must have happened, gone drastically wrong. But I'm liking the excitement with the Tampa Rays. I'm liking that team. They're exciting. Whatever Toronto's going to do is fun to watch, as always. The way they hit home runs and those uniforms that Toronto got. Whoa. By the way, Niagara Falls, the border opened back up in Canada today. So Great job on that. But I want to see the Padres. I want Tatis Jr. to come up off that DL on fire. I want to see that. I really want to see that. I want to really pay attention to what these Dodgers could pull off now that they got Mad Max on that team. The San Francisco Giants now got Chris Giant or Bryant. But they call them both names right now. But baseball is about to get very, very must-see television as we get closer and closer to postseason time in Major League Baseball. I don't understand why fans run on the field. You know, in the 90s, probably in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, it was fun. It was fun. But now, you got legal fees to worry about. You can lose your job. You can lose your lawyer. You can lose custody of your kid. Your car's going to get impounded. I mean, you got to look at all the money that's involved when you run on the field. There's no way that's just beer doing that. What's that? You said it's just beer doing that? Okay, I was told just beer is doing that. Wow. Baseball fans get crunk. I thought hockey fans got crunk. And Bill's Mafia. But Bill's Mafia drink whiskey, they smoke weed, they take pills, they do lines. I mean, nobody's judging. If that's your tailgating, hey, just let people know what lot you in and what color is the van we need to be in. That's all I'm saying. But just beer, the next time you go to a baseball game, you would know when you're around people who's about to erupt. I just don't get why running on the field, because you're going to jail. You're not getting out for free. I think if you're a damn lawyer, you're going to jail. You got to pay somebody to get it. Somebody getting some money. And then, Lord forbid, you tell somebody to hold your phone when you run on the field. Now, you probably remember one phone number in all the cell phones out there. You may remember one number. There may be a select few that remember 5 numbers in their phone. But of those numbers you remember, which one can you call to say, hey, collect call from Jeff from the county jail? Press 1 to accept charges. Who's going to accept those charges? You know, it was comical, 70s, 80s, and 90s. It was comical, but when they got the law involved and criminal charges and banning you, oh man, come on now. You gonna ban me from the game? I don't care how much the team stinks. Somebody is gonna want to go see that team play. But you can't go now because guess what, Jeff? You're on the list. You're banned. Well, you become a butt of the joke at all the family outings, but you can't go to no more games. Does that ever sink in? This is beyond burning a hat, burning a jersey, throwing up the middle finger. You get banned from a sporting event for life. So the next time you see somebody even look like they want to run on the field, just calmly pat them on the shoulder and say, are you sure about this? Now, if they cuss you out and say, mind your own fucking business, let them run on the field. Let them go. But I'm just saying, for the common era, common thinking folk out there, stop running on the damn field. It's not cute. It's not funny at all anymore. You want to impress me? Swim across Mississippi River. Yeah, right now. Just go. The next time there you go. That right, I stand on the other side and cheer you on. Let go. Just post on social media, Dre, I'm swimming across the Mississippi River tomorrow at 2 p.m. I'm there. I got to see this shit with my own eyes. But running on the field, let's cease and desist. Cease and desist. We've talked about movies from time to time. I felt about Wonder Woman 84. Horrible. Space Jam with LeBron James, horrible. But I just saw maybe one of the best music documentaries of all time. Maybe. Shout out to Questlove of the Brutes for putting together the Soul of Summer. The Summer of Soul. This thing is just, I can't even explain. If you love music and you love hearing about the backstory, tell me, how did this song come up? You know, what made you write that song that particular day? Why you named the album this? See, I love stories like that. And this is telling us about a very, very hot day, July 20th, 1969, in Harlem, New York. Now, this film was put away in a basement. Nobody wanted to buy it. due to the fact he tried to label it as Black Woodstock. Nobody was interested. Now, there's more stuff along there, but I still want you to watch it. I'm not going to tell you everything, just some bullet points. They have a few of my favorite singers in there. Mavis Staples is in there with her sister and dad, Pop, and the Staples sisters. And she shared a very interesting story. The next time you listen to the Staples singers and Pops is playing, listen to what he is playing. He was self-taught on how to play the guitar. Self-taught. Now, they were a gospel group. He was not playing gospel on a guitar, and they didn't know it till years later. Also, Nina Simone is there. Yes. Hold on. Sly and the Family Stone. Shut your mouth. They've never seen this type of a concoction of music groups and acts and music. The Fifth Dimension was there. They had three or four gospel choirs there. July 20th, 1969. The fashion did not meet up to the heat, but don't let that take away from what you're watching and hearing. It is an amazing documentary. If you have Hulu, it's on there. It's amazing. Job well done. And some of these musicians and acts have never seen the actual finished footage. I mean, they performed that day, but they didn't see the whole thing. Got Moms Mabley was there. Mahalia Jackson. Jesse Jackson was there. It was something else. It was over 50,000 people there. And it was also the same day as the moon landing. So you trying to tell me they went to the moon? Who went to the moon? Well, they say astronauts went up to the moon. But anyway, it all happened the same day. And we've seen documentaries on Woodstock. We saw all the media coverage that Woodstock got. We've heard the pros and cons of Woodstock. Now I want you to see this. This is an outstanding job. Now, I don't know all the complete details of after it was made, who was in charge and who had it here, and I forgot about it. How did that even happen? And we always hear stories about this all the time in documentaries. We would have never found out this because of X. There it is. But it's a great tale of music history. If you want to put it that way, if you're a concert goer, I guarantee you're going to want to go to a concert in the park this week. It makes you feel that way. It's like watching the movie Project X, not the one with Matthew Broderick, but the one when the high schoolers got crunk. I danced that entire movie, especially when they start taking ecstasy. It's time to get crunk. I want to be there with you. Dance off dance. It makes you like that. It's like watching J-Lo and Mark Anthony and El Cantante. You're going to dance. You're going to be moving. I guarantee you. Somebody going to turn the TV up. Somebody in the next room in your house is going to hear what you're listening to and come in there and say, what you watching? And slide over and watch it with you too. Outstanding documentary. I tell you what. I know how to pick them. I really do. I take my time when I'm picking out movies on what to watch. Who put this together? What was it filmed at? Who's in it? What have they done previously? I have this fixation with an ensemble cast of people. I have my favorite directors. I have my leading ladies. I have my women I like to see do nude scenes. I like my guys that bring the comedy, the ones that really look like they shooting a gun, things of that nature. I need that quality, not like Space Jam. Oh, if you took your kid to see that, your kids don't like you. It's like taking a kid to McDonald's. Boy, you double faulted out right there. That's a wrap. I'm done with him. He took me to see Space Jam. I bet that's probably going to be the most talked about thing when school starts back. Everyone write down on their paper on what you learned from the movie Space Jam. Yeah, that's not a good thing to be considering out there. There you have it. As I said, for my Facebook people out there, sorry for the way that we had to do this today, but I guarantee you go back on in about a half hour. You go to YouTube, Dre Montez, you'll see the show the way it's supposed to look. But I got to figure something out. Usually when anything is going wrong with computers, it's human error. So it's something that I'm not doing that I should be doing. I can't sit up here and lie and say the damn program ain't working. It's something I'm doing wrong and I got to figure it out. That's the beauty of this, man. This is the beauty of the learning curve, the learning process, and things of that nature. It's so much fun. It's been a blast meeting more and more people since the move that are self employed, doing their own thing, positive thinkers on that creative path. I've been around so many people like that for like a month and 2 days now, and it's been well, well received. Well received. We know where we're going. We know how to get there. We don't need directions because I think we're here right now. But it's been one hell of a month and 3 days of meeting these so energetic people. You ever met somebody that they don't care it's Monday? They're not concerned with time. They never say how much is that. You ever been around a bunch of people like that? They're not shoving it in your face. It's how the day works. Here we go. I know I have things to do. I don't know what day it is, but whatever tomorrow is, I'm doing this tomorrow. Whatever the day after that is, I have something to do that day too. People like that have really, really turned another light on in me, have really turned up the thought process, the whole process itself, finishing the job, the board, the list, the do factor. The do factor in shooting your shot moment is now. You got to shoot your shot. You're never going to know until you go in there and do it. Stop telling yourself no and tell yourself yes. Damn right, I'm going to do this. Let's go. Let's go do this. Let's keep it moving. Since the whole vision thing went down with me, I'm more on the shooting your shot than life itself. And that's real talk. That is real talk. I'm on that level. Well, you may say no, not today or maybe next year, but I'm going to remember that and come back at you. Not all the people on the bottom of the screen that do advertising with me have been a first time yes answer. I had to go back. But I shot the shot. In the words of Wayne Gretzky, I wouldn't have scored all those goals if I don't shoot my shot. Hello, talk to me now. You got to be that way. You got to be that way. We have some exciting things coming up in the next few weeks. We're trying to finalize between today and possibly by Wednesday's show the complete details of the Barbecue Madman dry rub and barbecue sauce giveaway for Labor Day weekend. We're getting real close to that. So I'm going to keep you posted on where to get your free raffle ticket. Yes, free. Yes, free. No scam, no gimmick. I don't want you to, your barcode. I don't want none of your information. Your personal information. I just need the way to get a hold of you on the raffle ticket. That's all I need. I pull your name, call you, or email, however you want me to get a hold of you. We're going to do it the Friday before Labor Day, so you got something to cook with. Only exception is you got to invite me to the cookout. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. And we're going to have a nice little giveaway. And if it fits right, I may even do a show from your barbecue spot. But I will keep you guys posted on that as we're moving forward here with the Barbecue Madman giveaway. Again, thank you to all of the sponsors of the show, Montez at Midday. And don't forget, each and every Wednesday we post a new edition of my podcast, Who's to Blame? Episode 456 is up now on iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud, Anchor, or wherever you may listen to your favorite podcast now. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Thank you again to everyone, and you know how we do this around here. Sorry again for the late start today, but Wednesday, 11 a.m. Friday, 11 a.m. We're not backing off. No matter what, we must come through. If I can't figure it out, I just got to record it like this. I guess it'll be okay. But thanks again for tuning to Montez at Midday. Thank you again to the title sponsor, the Weed Squad St. Louis. And don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Dre Montez. And good people, I think we'll get on about it. I'm on you. It feels good to be you. Yes, it does, my love.